20 minutes before departure, the passengers start boarding the plane, and the fuel trucks fill up the wings with Jet A1 fuel. And as the cabin crew prepared the cabin for departure, the pilots started checking their charts and looked at their departure flight path, so when they take off, they can get out of the way of a massive storm system that's creeping closer and closer to the airport. At 8:20 a.m., local time Cathay Pacific Flight 780 started taxiing. As the thrusts are set to toga, the Rolls-Royce engines start spinning faster. Flaps are set to 1 notch of flaps for takeoff. The landing gear comes up, and the takeoff was smooth. And everyone hopes to have a smooth rest of their flight. Well, they hoped. As they climbed to their cruising altitude, there was some light turbulence, but nothing to worry about. Then the first officer turns on autopilot and auto thrust and sets the climb rate to 2,500 feet per minute. At 36,000 feet, they begin the meal service, but then engine 2 stalls and engine 1 stalls a couple minutes after. Then they try to troubleshoot, but nothing works, so then the captain pushes throttle 1 a little and it keeps going, but then it locks at 74% no matter what he did. So now he had to pre-form an overspeed landing. As they get past the clouds, the pilot takes control and flies the plane manually. As the Airbus gets closer to the island, they put flaps to 1 and get an overspeed warning for a little. But as the flaps make drag, the plane slows down a little, but is still not at a safe speed to land. But that is the only option they have. As the landing gear comes down, the co-pilot arms the spoilers to stop as fast as possible as they continue their approach. Some locals on the ground film the plane as they think is not landing because of its speed. The captain looks to his left to see the airport in sight, so he contacts ATC, letting them know he is on final. He does a heavy bank to the left to line up with runway 25 left. He is 30 seconds before touchdown, and he's worried because many stuff could go wrong landing at 230 knots. As they flare, the plane floats, and the captain pushes the nose down so the plane can have enough runway to land. And firmly but successfully, they have landed. But can they stop? The passengers are gripping to their seat as hard as they can. and then they have landed. The pilots shut down the engines and declare an emergency evacuation.